You might think walking is just something we all do, nothing special, right? But what if I told you, stopping this one simple habit after 60 could quietly take away your energy, your independence, even years off your life, and you wouldn't even notice it happening? Yeah, sounds dramatic. But the truth is, walking is way more powerful than most people realize, especially after you hit that 60 mark. Studies are proving it. Doctors are shouting about it. And still, millions of people stop walking every day and start fading without a clue why. Now don't worry, this isn't one of those get up and run 5 miles lectures. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why just a few minutes of walking every day can completely flip the script on aging, and how to make it a habit you actually look forward to. So if you've ever wondered, does walking really make a difference after 60? You're in the right place. Because once you hear what I'm about to share, you'll never want to skip your walk again. Let's get into it. You know how over the years, things start to wear down just a little? Like how an old favorite chair creaks more than it used to, or how a phone that once worked lightning fast now struggles just to open an app. That's kind of what happens to our bodies after 60, not all at once, but slowly, quietly. And if we're not moving, it's like letting the dust settle on something that once ran perfectly. After 60, your body starts going through a bunch of changes, and most of them are working against your health unless you actively push back. Your muscles begin to weaken. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because the body naturally starts losing muscle mass, something called sarcopenia. Your joints get stiffer, your flexibility drops, and balance isn't as sharp as it used to be. Even your metabolism takes a hit, meaning it's easier to gain weight and harder to burn it off. And your heart? It doesn't pump blood as efficiently. Your circulation slows down. Your lungs can't hold quite as much air. Even your bones start to lose density. It's like every system in your body is quietly asking for some maintenance, and sadly, many people ignore it, thinking, I'm just getting old. But that's where walking steps in, literally, as one of the simplest, most powerful ways to push back. You don't need a gym. You don't need a coach. You just need your legs and a little bit of time each day. Walking is like sending out a signal to your body. Hey, I'm still here. I still care. Keep working with me. And your body listens. When you walk regularly, even for just 20 to 30 minutes a day, it keeps your joints lubricated and moving smoothly, like oiling up that creaky hinge. It maintains muscle strength, especially in your legs and core, which helps with balance and prevents those dreaded falls that become riskier with age. Walking also gets your heart rate up gently, improving circulation and strengthening the cardiovascular system without putting too much strain on it. And here's the kicker, walking doesn't just help your body, it signals your brain too. It wakes up your mood. It sharpens your memory. It helps keep your metabolism humming so you're not gaining weight just by looking at a piece of cake. It's like a domino effect. Move your body, and everything else starts moving in the right direction, too. Think about it. After 60, life should be about enjoying your time, not sitting in waiting rooms for tests and checkups. Walking keeps you in the game. It's not about trying to stay young forever. It's about staying functional, independent, and active, because once mobility goes, everything else tends to follow. So yeah, walking isn't just a nice habit after 60, it's more like your body's best insurance policy. It's how you keep the gears turning, the engine running, and the freedom alive. And the best part? You can start at any time. No matter how long it's been, even a few steps today can start rewiring the way your body feels tomorrow. You know, a lot of people think walking is just casual movement, like it doesn't really do much for your health. But once you start digging into the research, the facts are actually jaw-dropping. Walking, yes, just plain OL walking, is one of the most studied and most recommended activities for people over 60. And it's not just about staying mobile, it's literally medicine for your body and your brain. Let's start with the heart. The American Heart Association has made it crystal clear. Walking just 30 minutes a day can reduce your risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. In fact, one Harvard study followed over 70,000 women and found that those who walked regularly had a 40% lower risk of heart disease compared to those who didn't. That's not a small number, that's life-changing. And it's not just your heart that benefits, your brain gets sharper too. A study published in JAMA Neurology found that older adults who walk consistently have larger brain volumes, especially in areas related to memory and decision-making. Translation? Walking helps you stay mentally sharp, lowers your risk of Alzheimer's, and keeps those "where did I put my keys" moments to a minimum. And trust me, we all want more of that. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Walking also plays a big role in your mood and emotional health. A report from the Mayo Clinic found that regular walking boosts levels of serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good chemicals in your brain. That means less anxiety, less depression, and way more calmness and clarity. Especially after retirement, when a lot of people feel disconnected or restless, walking gives you structure, movement, and mental balance all in one go. And let's not forget the joints and bones. You might think that walking wears out the knees, but it's actually the opposite. Gentle walking lubricates the joints, strengthens the muscles around them, and reduces stiffness, which means less arthritis pain over time. Plus, walking is a weight-bearing exercise, which helps prevent osteoporosis by keeping bones strong and dense. And the best part? It does all this without putting heavy strain on your body. The science is clear. Walking is not a bonus. After 60, it's a necessity. It keeps your heart strong, your brain awake, your mood stable, and your body resilient. It's like nature's multivitamin, free, easy, and incredibly effective. And once you understand this, really understand it, walking no longer feels like a chore. It becomes your daily investment in feeling better, thinking clearer, and living longer. It's simple science, but it leads to powerful change. And here's the best part. The benefits don't take years to show up. Studies say you can see positive changes in blood pressure, mental clarity, and even sleep quality in just a few weeks of consistent walking. Not months, weeks. That's how fast your body responds when you give it what it truly needs. So next time someone says, it's just walking, you'll know better. It's the smartest move you can make every single day after 60. Now, let's be real. We all have days where walking just doesn't feel doable. And especially after 60, the reasons are valid. Your knees might ache. It might be raining outside. Or honestly, you just don't feel like it. You're not lazy, you're human. And the last thing you need is someone pointing fingers or guilt-tripping you for not moving. That's not what this is about. But here's what is worth talking about. Every excuse has a workaround. Not a punishment. Not a lecture. Just a little trick to keep you going, because movement doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to happen. Let's start with pain. Easily the most common one. Maybe it's your knees, your hips, your back. Totally understandable. But here's the thing. Movement can actually ease that pain over time. Not the hardcore stuff, just gentle, low-impact walking. If walking outside is rough, try using a walker with wheels, or do laps in the hallway of your home. And don't underestimate the power of walking in place during TV commercials. It counts. Every step counts. Now what about weather? When it's raining, scorching hot, or freezing cold, walking outdoors just doesn't make sense. That's when you get creative. Try walking indoors, in a local shopping mall, an empty parking garage, even your living room. If you've got a smartphone, there are free YouTube videos that guide you through walking workouts right in your home. No excuses necessary. Just options. Then there's boredom. And let's be honest, walking the same route every day, alone, in silence, can get old fast. But it doesn't have to be that way. Pop in some headphones and listen to your favorite music, a podcast, or even an audiobook. Or ask a neighbor or family member to join you. A 15-minute walk feels like 5 when you're chatting. If that's not an option, take a new route. Switch it up. See new things. Even walking in a figure 8 around your house can feel fresh if you add some rhythm to it. Look, no one's saying you need to walk a certain number of steps or chase a finish line. This isn't a race. It's a ritual. A gift to your future self. And if the usual route doesn't work today, that's okay. Change the route. Change the time. But whatever you do, just don't stop. Because the truth is, walking after 60 isn't about being fit. It's about being free. And when you find ways to move through the excuses, even tiny ways, you're proving to yourself that your health still matters. That you still matter. So don't let pain, weather, or boredom be the reason you sit still. You've got options. You've got workarounds. And most importantly, you've got time. Let's keep walking. Now, if you've made it this far, you're probably thinking, okay, walking sounds great, but is it enough? That's a fair question. We're constantly surrounded by fitness trends, people hitting the gym, lifting weights, doing hot yoga, Pilates, or following some intense YouTube workouts that promise to transform your body in 30 days. And hey, those things have their place. But here's what most people overlook, especially as we get older. The best exercise isn't the most intense one. It's the one you can actually stick with. And that's where walking shines. Walking is hands down one of the most sustainable and safest exercises out there, especially after the age of 60. No expensive memberships, no fancy gear, no complex instructions, and more importantly, no high risk of injury. Unlike jogging or weight training, you're not pounding your joints or stressing your heart. It's low impact but incredibly high in rewards. That's a rare combination, and it matters more the older we get. Let's break this down for a second. Think about jogging. Sure, it's great for cardiovascular fitness, but it also puts serious stress on your knees, ankles, and hips, especially if you haven't been running for years. It increases the risk of falls, sprains, or inflammation, and once you're injured, it sets you back even more. Compare that to walking, which gently activates the same cardiovascular system, but with way less strain. You get similar heart health benefits without the wear and tear. Or take gym workouts. Resistance training is amazing for bone health and muscle retention, no doubt. But let's be real, not everyone wants to step into a gym full of machines, weights, and people in tight gym clothes. For many people, especially after 60, the gym can feel overwhelming or even intimidating. Walking, on the other hand, is inclusive. It meets you exactly where you are. Whether you're walking around your block, at the park, inside a mall, or even indoors at home, you're still doing your body a massive favor. Now yoga, it's excellent for flexibility and stress relief. But depending on the type, it can involve complex poses that aren't always senior-friendly. Walking, again, is simple. It doesn't require a mat, a class, or perfect balance. You just need your feet and a bit of space. It adapts to your rhythm, not the other way around. That's what makes walking so powerful. It's scalable. If you're feeling low energy, walk slow. If you're feeling good, pick up the pace. Add some stairs or carry light groceries while walking, and just like that, you're naturally adding resistance and challenge without needing any extra equipment. Doctors love it for a reason. The American Heart Association and National Institute on Aging both recommend brisk walking as one of the top physical activities for seniors because it improves heart health, supports healthy weight, strengthens bones, and even sharpens the brain, with little to no risk. And here's the thing, consistency beats intensity every single time. You could have the best workout in the world, but if you only do it once a week, it won't move the needle. Walking, though? You can do it every day. And the magic is in the repetition. You move your body, boost circulation, loosen your joints, clear your mind, and before you know it, it becomes a rhythm your body thrives on. So no, you don't need to lift heavy weights or join a fancy gym to stay healthy. Walking might not look flashy on the outside, but on the inside, it's doing some serious heavy lifting for your health. And the best part? You're already built for it. No download required. Just open the door and go. Now, here's where things really get practical, because let's be honest, knowing that walking is good for you is one thing, but actually sticking with it? That's where most people struggle. And it's not your fault. Life gets busy, knees get stiff, weather acts up, and sometimes motivation just isn't there. But here's the good news, making walking a daily habit after 60 doesn't have to be a massive lifestyle change. You just need a few smart tweaks, and you'll be amazed at how easily it fits into your day. Start small. That's the secret. Most people quit because they go too big, too fast. You don't need to walk an hour from day one. Just commit to 10 minutes right after breakfast. That's it. No pressure. Just a gentle stroll down your street or even inside your home if needed. The key is repetition. When your brain starts recognizing that this happens every day, around the same time, it turns into a rhythm, not a task. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it. You just do it. One powerful trick? Leave your walking shoes somewhere obvious, like right near the kitchen table or next to the couch. It's a simple cue, but it works. It visually nudges you and says, hey, don't forget your walk. Over time, your body actually starts craving that walk. It becomes a reward, not a chore. Now, let's add a layer of motivation. Walking doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it can be something you look forward to. Create a go-to walking playlist with your favorite old-school songs, audiobooks, or even a calming podcast. When you pair walking with something enjoyable, your brain starts associating it with pleasure, and boom, consistency becomes much easier. And if you're someone who thrives with support, make it social. Invite a neighbor, your spouse, or a friend to join you for a walk every other day. Or better yet, join a local walking group or use apps like Strava or Map My Walk to track your progress. Even a basic step counter or pedometer can be a game changer. Watching those steps add up each day gives you a tiny dopamine hit, and that's what keeps you coming back for more. Here's another game-changing idea. Anchor walking to another habit you already do. For example, right after you finish your morning tea, take your walk. Or make it part of your TV time, walk around the house during commercial breaks. These little habits stack on top of each other, And before you know it, walking just fits into your life without feeling forced. Don't underestimate the power of checking things off, either. You can print out a simple monthly calendar and mark an X every day you walk. There's something deeply satisfying about seeing that streak grow. It's visual progress, and it keeps you accountable in the best way. And look, not every day will be perfect. Some days your legs might feel tired. Some days it'll rain. That's okay. You're not aiming for perfection, just progress. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just get back to it the next day. That's the real win, the comeback. So the bottom line? You don't need fancy gear, a personal trainer, or a strict plan. You just need to start, tiny steps, consistent effort, and a few clever tricks to help you stay the course. Because once it becomes a habit, walking won't feel like something you have to do. It'll feel like something you get to do. And when you reach that point, trust me, your body, your mood, and your life will thank you. You know, it's one thing to hear about studies and health tips, but it's a whole different story when you see real people, people just like you, completely transform their lives through something as simple as walking. And when I say transform, I'm not talking about six-pack abs or marathon medals. I'm talking about getting your life back, waking up with energy, feeling independent, not needing someone's help to tie your shoes or climb the stairs. That's the kind of transformation that walking can unlock, and I want to share a couple of stories that prove just that. Let's talk about Anita. She's 72, lives in a small town, and spent most of her 60s dealing with knee pain and low energy. For years, she avoided any kind of movement, thinking it would make things worse. But one day her doctor gave her the simplest advice: start walking. Just 10 minutes. That's it. So she did. Slowly. With support. Around her building at first, then around the block. Fast forward 1 year, and she's now doing 3 kilometers every morning. Her joint pain has reduced. She no longer needs daily medication for her blood pressure. And the best part? She says walking has given her confidence. I used to feel fragile, she told her daughter. Now I feel alive again. And she's not the only one. There's Mr. Rajendra, 68. A retired bank manager who, like many people post-retirement, slipped into a sedentary routine. TV, chai, and the occasional walk to the gate, that was his world. But after a mild heart scare, his son introduced him to a step counter app and made a deal. Hit 5,000 steps a day, and I'll walk with you every Sunday. That small push turned into a lifestyle shift. 6 months later, he's averaging over 7,000 steps a day, dropped nearly 9 kilos, and his doctor officially reduced his medication dosage. And you know what he says now? I walk for my heart, but I stay for the peace it brings me. These are not celebrities or fitness influencers. They're regular people who decided to take one small step, and that step changed everything. And the best part? They didn't start perfect. They started slow. They started unsure. But they started. And that's the only difference between staying stuck and moving forward, a decision to begin. Because when you see someone your age or older doing it, it suddenly feels possible. It removes the pressure. It reminds you that transformation doesn't require youth or fancy equipment, just consistency. You don't need to become someone new. You just need to return to yourself, one walk at a time. And maybe you're thinking, well, I've never been a walker. But neither were they. That's the point. They made walking a part of their life, and in return, it gave them back the life they thought was slowly slipping away. So if you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been wondering whether it's worth it, this is it. Let their stories be your proof. Let their footsteps clear the path for yours. You're not too late. You're not too old. And your story? It can start today. Just one walk. That's all it takes. You know, most people think that when they stop walking after a certain age, not much really changes. Like, hey, I'm just skipping a few steps here and there. I'm not climbing Everest anyway. But the truth is, when you stop walking, especially after 60, things do start changing. Quietly. Slowly. But very surely. See, walking isn't just a way to get from your bedroom to the kitchen. It's how your body stays alive in motion. When you stop walking regularly, you're not just standing still. Your health begins to slip into reverse. Muscles shrink faster than you'd imagine. Joints stiffen. Your circulation weakens. And even your insulin, the hormone that controls your blood sugar, becomes sluggish. That means even if you're eating the same food, your body may start storing it as fat instead of energy. All because you're not moving like you used to. And here's something most people don't realize. Once you cross 60, your muscle mass and bone density naturally start to decline every year. But when you stop walking, you accelerate that decline. Your bones become more brittle. Your balance starts to weaken. And that's when the real danger shows up: falls, fractures, and even full-on mobility loss. Not because something huge happened, but because the little habit of walking quietly disappeared. Now here's the stat that really hits home. Studies show that adults over 60 who live a sedentary lifestyle increase their risk of early death by up to 71%. That's not a typo. 71. And it's not just about lifespan. It's about health span. People who stop walking not only age faster, but they feel older too. More tired, more stiff, more foggy. And over time, even simple things like putting on shoes or climbing stairs feel like a mountain. But before that gets too heavy, here's the part most people forget. It's completely reversible. Seriously, your body is more forgiving than you think. Just 20 to 30 minutes of daily walking, even broken up into chunks, can start to rebuild your muscles, improve blood flow, strengthen your heart, and bring your energy back. You don't have to be an athlete. You just have to keep moving. Think about it like this. Picture two people, both 65. One stopped walking a year ago, spends most days sitting, rarely goes out. The other started walking 20 minutes every morning. Fast forward just 6 months. One of them is scheduling checkups for joint pain, poor sleep, and low energy. The other? Walking farther, sleeping better, and smiling more, because their body hasn't stopped working with them. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Walking isn't a fitness fad. It's the most natural insurance policy for your bones, your brain, your heart, and your freedom. And the moment you stop, your body notices. But the best part is, the moment you start again, it does too. So if you've slowed down or stopped completely, it's okay. But don't stay there. Even a short walk around your block, a stroll through the garden, or pacing in your living room while talking on the phone can be the restart your body's been quietly begging for. Because walking isn't just a physical action, it's a message you send to your body that says, I'm still here. I'm still moving. I'm not done yet. Now, if you've made it this far, here's the part that really matters, not what I've said, but what you'll actually do with it. Because everything you've just learned, it's only powerful if you take that first step, literally. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be far, it doesn't have to be fast, it just has to be today. Walking after 60 isn't about pushing yourself harder, it's about giving your body the rhythm it needs to stay alive, active, and independent. It's one of the simplest gifts you can give yourself, and once you feel the difference in your sleep, your mood, your energy, you'll start to wonder why you didn't start sooner. So here's a little challenge. How many steps will you take today? Drop it in the comments below. Whether it's 500 steps or 5,000, make that commitment. Say it out loud. Share it with someone. Let's build a walking community right here, together. If this video lit a little spark in you, if it reminded you that age is just a number and walking is a form of freedom, then do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs that extra nudge, and subscribe for more powerful insights just like this. You've got more power in your legs than you realize. So let's keep them moving, one step at a time.